What if everything you desire is already bound to your peace? Why does everything I desire already orbit around the quiet gravity of my being, already gravitate to the frequency of my faith, already feel like it belongs because I no longer cling, control, or chase? Why does surrender open space for miracles, open doors that resistance sealed shut, open portals that effort could never find? Why does ease become the most powerful invitation, the softest command, the most magnetic vibration in a world obsessed with force? Why does trusting the unfolding allow all things to align, all timing to harmonize, all outcomes to serve something deeper than I imagined? Why does my peace become the proof, the pulse, the portal through which my desires recognize their home? Why does what I release return, dressed in grace, cloaked in clarity, wrapped in purpose, arriving precisely when I no longer need it to complete me? Why does everything I once reached for now reach for me through synchronicities, through divine nudges, through moments too aligned to ignore? Why does my inner stillness echo louder than external noise, speak truer than endless doing, reveal more than all the searching ever could? Why does the universe respond to my energy before my effort, to my embodiment before my expression, to my vibration before my voice? Why does softening my grip turn the tide, tune the path, trigger the arrival of what was always meant for me? Why does desire meet me, not in desperation but in devotion, not in proving but in presence, not in performance but in peace? Why does my soul speak in signals that guide what's meant for me with perfect precision, with sacred rhythm, with tender certainty? Why does becoming the frequency of what I long for summon it faster than force, call it clearer than commands, magnetize it with more love than logic ever could? Why does every moment of surrender translate into alignment, every breath of belief into momentum, every pause into profound permission to receive? Why does the energy I rest in do more than the actions I rush through? Why does the more I trust, the more I see evidence of alignment, evidence of readiness, evidence that what I seek has always been circling my orbit? Why does the dance of desire begin not with steps, but with stillness, not with plans, but with presence, not with needing, but with knowing? Why does it feel like life has been conspiring in silence, in softness, in slow and sacred ways to deliver what matches who I've become? Why does every no I've accepted create space for a louder yes, a deeper yes, a more divine yes that meets me with grace instead of grasping? Why does every closed door now reveal itself as a mirror showing me my own evolution, my own rising, my own readiness to receive? Why does what I want already see me as a match, already trust my timing, already sense the peace I now hold inside? Why does the act of receiving feel like remembering, like recognizing, like reuniting with the version of me who was never lacking? Why does the universe never rush but always deliver, never forget but always refine, never withhold but always prepare? Why does my willingness to trust become the bridge, the beacon, the blessing that calls it all in? Why does what I want already want me too? Not because I chased it, but because I became the one who no longer needed to.